Good morning, everybody. Today I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. As you can see, we're indoors because I want to do the intro inside because I haven't fed the ducks yet, and when they're hungry they make a lot of noise, so you probably won't hear a thing what I'm saying when I'm outside. So we're inside with the fish. They don't produce any sound at all, so that's convenient. The tank is still a little bit dirty, so for now no fish videos. But that will come in the future. And I also need to put some stuff on the wall. It's just a bare wall now, as you can see. So I want to put my silver play button somewhere in the middle and some more decorations. But enough of that. What I'm going to show you today are the breeding flocks of 2022. Alright, when it comes to the ducks, not a lot has changed. But I did get rid of the blue pied wild type male, or drake, and blue wild type female, the one that I traded for some chickens. So I still have the one over here that I bred myself. I just think she's prettier. We still have Whittaker. Oh yeah, and I traded the couple for some wood chips, you could say, or wood splinters to cover the mud, and so far it's working really well. So I think it was a good trade. So we still have our, how do you call this, blue snowy drake. We have Fletcher. So the pure wild type, the snowy female, we have Zwartje, or Blackie you could say. She's a cross between, what was it, a Smaragd, I don't know the name in English, and the Kaldak. Then we have our piled wild type male over here. Our wild type female, the two Muscovy females, brown with a white head. Oh, Whittaker's gonna fly. Straight to Giganti. Our silver grey white head male, but he's up for sale because I have a new male and I don't want him to breed with his mother and his sister because I don't like inbreeding. And especially for the Muscovy ducks, it's not really necessary because they're not rare or something like that. We still have wild type pied female that I bred myself last year, and this is her sister, or the one she grew up with, a blue yellow wild type female. I believe it's called apricot in America and in England, in the UK, and her father, also a blue wild type or apricot male. I believe that's it for the ducks, but I'll show you my new Muscovy duck just in a minute. Then over here with the chickens and the golden pheasants. We still have a lot that I'm not going to breed with. Let me first feed them, because now they're running at my feet. Not really convenient. So what do we have over here? Are two blue mottled Ancona females, or hens, because I didn't find a rooster for them. It's too bad, but I can get some hatching eggs from a local breeder within let's say a month or a month and a half of now. It's now, let me see, the 3rd of February. Then we have some old black mottled Ancona Bantam hens. The old Livorno Bantam crosses are also over here. So the 3 black ones and 2 blue
hens. We have our red male, and since yesterday his one eye is not looking good. I did saw the golden pheasant peck at it, but it was already closed, so I don't really know if the golden pheasant was like the, how could you say it, the reason because of his bad eye. It doesn't look good. It looks a lot worse than yesterday. Apart from his eye, he looks okay, but I have to try to catch him and take a closer look. The two red muzzle roosters are doing very well, and he just got a beating from the alpha rooster. And they are very beautiful. The mottling could be a little bit better. He almost has no mottles, especially when you look at him from afar, like we're doing right now. But I want to use this female with the other rooster. Where is he? Oh, there he is. With this rooster. He's a bit more lighter in color. So I want to put him together with this darker female. It's his niece, I believe. Oh yeah, something like that. And then I want to use this rooster with the old red mottled hen, but I don't see her right now. She should be in here somewhere. Oh yeah, there she is, there she is. She's a bit lighter in color, so I'm gonna use the darker rooster against this hen. But for now I don't have the space, or like the pen or aviary you could say, to keep them separate. This hen still needs to go, she's up for sale. Also, this hen is also up for sale. If somebody's interested. Then what do we have over here? This rooster needs to go. I think he will go today or tomorrow or so. And then we also have some golden pheasants that I bred last year. The male. And I have 2, maybe 3 females. I'm still a little bit doubtful about that one over there. He still looks like a young male, but as you can see when you compare him to his brother, or she, when you compare her to her brother, there's quite a lot of difference in them, so I'm not quite sure. But there's also a lot of difference between his sisters, his 2 sisters. So yeah. But I'm probably gonna have to put the male somewhere over here in one of the breeding pens, because I want to use the females in combination with this male over here. So that was it for this pen over here. I'm not gonna breed with any except for like the 2 couple of red mottled ones and the golden pheasants. So let me start off now with the breeding flocks, or the breeding pens. Over here we have at least the chickens. They are all bred or offspring from last year. The last rooster of last year, he's quite a nice one. This is the pen where his father was living and his mother. But they are now in another pen, and he is here with his nieces actually. 4 blue mottled hens. Yeah, they're not the greatest, especially their ground color is a little bit pale. I would say this is like the best one, which is quite big. So I'm hoping that this little rooster will produce some smaller offsprings. And then we also have the golden pheasants, 2 yellow females with a wild type male. Where is he? Oh, there he is. So a black mottled rooster with 4 blue mottled hens. Alright, next up we have the only breeding flock that hasn't changed this year, and that's Luigi with his red hens. The 2 roosters I showed you a couple of minutes ago are sons of these ones over here, and they're very nice, so I'm gonna do the same combination again this year. I want to produce more nice red mottles out of this flock. Luigi and his 5 red females, which carry mottles in their genes, but now you don't really see that in their heads. Some have some mottles. I don't know if it's really visible on camera. I also don't want to stay still. But yeah, the only breeding flock that hasn't changed this year. So has a couple of golden pheasants. So the yellow male with the 5000 female. So the pure wild golden pheasant male. Golden pheasant female. Next to them we have the breeding pen where Fatih and Kali live, so the 2 oldies. And over here we have Ronnie, rooster Ronnie. Oh, don't know why he's pecking Fatih. Crazy rooster. And every year his tail grows smaller and smaller. He almost has no tail now. It's very strange. A bit too bad because it's very nice in color. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. So I've put him together with some hens with a very nice tail, like this one over here. I believe she has the best tail of them all. And the 2 rose combs. And actually the single comb females are offspring of the rose combs. So I would say that this is like the rose comb line. They have the orange rings. Yeah. Okay. I believe they're hungry. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 females over here. Maybe a little bit too much. So I think after the breeding season I'm going to get rid of some. There are 2 rose combs. This hen over here and this hen. They're still a little bit molting, so I don't think they lay eggs right now. So we'll have to wait. I can start collecting eggs the 8th of February, so that's within 5 days. But we'll see, because the breeding flocks are not producing that much eggs right now. Alright. Then next to them we have quite an interesting flock. If they don't escape. And that's the rooster from the rose comb bantam line. So as you can see with the orange ring, from Rings for Rings. And he's together with all my dun mottled hens. So the first generation of dun mottles. So they're like 50% Wyandotte bantam and 50% Ancona bantam. But they're already looking quite nice. So I'm quite hopeful. And as you can see, they're also hungry. And we also have the sister of the first rooster that I showed you. So I need to give the roosters names so we can say like this is the daughter of. So if you want to give this one a name, and so if you want to give this one a name and the first one that I showed you, leave some suggestions in the comments below, and we'll see if we can find some really nice names. The run was completely green, but yeah, after a couple of days almost nothing is left. It was looking a bit like this over here. No, not anymore. That's the thing with chickens. Too bad. I really like the color of this hen. Very dark. But that one is also quite nice. And this hen over here is like completely different. It's like she has 3 colors. You see? She's like some sort of what's the name in English? In Belgium we say porcelain. No, I can't remember the name in English, but I think you know what I mean. But they should be 2 colored, so more like these 2 over here and that one. She's also like more of a tri-colored one. But we'll see, it's just the first generation. As soon as I have chicks from these, they will be probably up for sale. So if you're interested, just let me know. Off to the next breeding flock. A very interesting one. Maybe the most interesting of them all, actually. Especially when you like the red mottles. Because over here I have my most beautiful red mottled Ancona bantam hen, and probably like the first red mottled Ancona bantam hen in the world. Yeah, and she's behind this rooster, the son of Luigi. He also has no name, so if you want to give him a name, leave some suggestions. The goal here is to get them a little bit more red, because yeah, as you can see, you can't really call this red mottled. However, you know, in a sense they are, but the mottling needs to be improved, and the ground color as well. Oh, and here she is, my best hen. She's very nice. She almost needs no improvement at all. But yeah, there's also always something you can do better, of course. But I like her type, I like her size. She could use like maybe like a little bit more elegance, or yeah, I don't know, but I'm very pleased with her. She's very nice. Definitely the most beautiful one I've ever bred. And here are 2 more hens. This is the youngest one. She was laying, how do you call it? Like the eggs with no shell. In Belgium we would say windy eggs. Don't ask me why we would say windy eggs, because I don't really see the connection with the wind or something like that. She's actually also quite nice. Quite nice ground color. It should be a little bit more darker. So I hope in combination with the rooster we get some nice ones over here. And here is also a golden pheasant male that needs to go. A friend of mine is probably going to pick him up, but otherwise, if you're interested, let me know. It's a brother from, yeah, the one that's running over here. Yeah, and from the females, of course. But next, the last 2. No, not the last 2. I still have another breeding flock to show you. And here's another one for the dun mottled project. Here's the other way around, so we have a dun mottled rooster. A very nice one, if you ask me. I really like his color. The mottling is also already very nice. For a first generation. I have one blue mottled hen, so we'll see. When you cross dun with blue, you get like, I don't know how it's called, like silver or something. But all the other hens are black mottled. This is actually my best black mottled hen. She's not looking that great because she's like very low in the pecking order. And she's also molting a little bit. And it's cold, so her comb is very small. This is her sister. This is her sister. Also a sister. I believe they're all sisters, yeah. This one as well. She's not looking her greatest as well today. That's not good. And then we have these two hens. This is the hen that raised the ducklings 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah. And her sister. They're also from the Livorno Bantam line, but they have a different father. I believe it was Rooster Koen that was the father, or the grandfather. It's getting difficult. But I think I'm gonna get rid of this hen because she has some red in her head. And I don't want that to get into the dun mottles. She has absolutely no red and she has a very nice color actually. So she can stay and breed with the dun mottled rooster. Then the last breeding pen in the aviary. Okay. And these are the large files, or the standard Anconas. So, what do we have here? The rooster I bred myself last year. He's so big that I can't even get him on the screen. And my 3 new hens from Bernhard. 2 single comb black mottled hens and rose comb black mottled hen. This one is actually quite nice, very nice actually. So I'm very hopeful and I hope she will lay eggs. So far I haven't collected any eggs. During that quarantine period I did collect some eggs, but there was no rooster with them, so no need to try to even incubate them. So yeah, let's hope this rooster does his job. He has some faults in his bottles, but apart from that he's quite nice. Let me show you the rose comb hen a little bit more. They're a bit heavy. I prefer them a little bit more slender. But the rooster, he's a bit more slender, yeah. So we'll see what we can get out of this. I think it's a very nice breeding flock to start off with. So I'm quite hopeful. Now I just hope they will lay eggs. But yeah, it's still winter over here. It's the 3rd of February, so that's like mid-winter. So no worries for now. Alright. Yeah, the ducks are really liking their pile of wood clippings. Then we have a breeding trio over here. But first the ducks need to say something. Alright. We'll leave them. Maybe they'll quit quacking. But I don't think so. And here is the last breeding flock of this year that I'm going to show you. Or like the last of the first round, you could say. Let's see if I can open this and show them to you a little bit better. So over here we have the son of Ronnie. So the father of the first rooster I showed you in the video. So I actually have a son and a grandson. This hen is like the last one of this bloodline. So also from Rooster Coon, which is her grandfather, I believe. I really like her type. She's like very long, very slender. She has a nice broad long tail. Her mottling is not that great, as in it's not that sharp, as you can see. It should be a little bit more sharp, but the rooster has that. So I hope in combination we'll get some better ones. And she has a very nice head. And the rooster's head is also quite nice. So yeah, I hope I can get some nice ones out of this. And this is the last hen I got from Emil, from the hatching eggs. I don't know if you remember. Sadly her sister died. She was a very nice blue mottled hen. Not so long ago. Oh yeah, and also the Ancona colored caldec also died the same day. Very strange. So yeah. Now it's just a matter of being able to distinguish the eggs from each other. But she lays more bigger eggs and like longer, while she lays more rounder eggs with a pointy end and smaller. So I hope I can separate the eggs just by looking at them. We'll see. If it's not possible, we might have to separate them and keep them together as a couple instead of a trio. But it's a very nice rooster, and the hens are also promising and have their own qualities. The one from Emil is especially interesting because it's a new bloodline. Her mottling, yeah, a little bit the same story as this hen, not that sharply defined, as you can see. And not like the typical or like wanted V-shaped mottles. But the rooster is very nicely mottled, so yeah, he got that from his father. So yeah, that was the last breeding flock of the chickens, and let me now just show you Emilio. Yeah, so her brother, he's in a tool shed, separated for now. Don't really know what I'm going to do with him, but yeah, he was a little bit ill. He had like a wound on his wattle, but it seems to me that he's cured right now, or healed, or that the wound is healed. But now he has very good color, but not like the type that I like. His comb is also not the greatest, also not the worst. Like Ronnie's comb is much worse, but his wattles are okay, his earlobes are okay, but could be a little bit more white. Like the red in the earlobes is not something you want. But yeah, we'll see. For now I'm gonna keep him separate over here. As soon as I have some more space, I will give him some more space. Or maybe I'll give him to somebody that can like guarantee to keep him alive, and when I need him I can just get him back. That would be awesome. If you're interested in breeding Ancona bantams, definitely send me a message and I'll give him to you for free with some hens. But like, yeah, with the guarantee that I can get him back whenever I want. And then last but not least, my new Muscovy duck, Drake, or Muscovy Drake. He's still in quarantine. I believe it's his last 2 days now, and as you can see, it's wild type. I like when I do this. He has a very nice crest, it's like very curly. I always wanted to have a black one, or like a wild type, which is black with like the white in the wings. You also have, I believe it's called calico in America and the UK. So like the pure black ones with like no white in their wings. But I don't think they are like a thing here in Belgium. So yeah, I'm very pleased to have like a wild type. I'm gonna try to put him together with Giganti. If they fight and they don't quit fighting after a while, then I'll probably just release Giganti in the garden or put him in like the pen with the chickens or something like that until he got sold, or until I can give him to somebody that wants him. I mean. So yeah, that was it for today. He's a little bit dirty, but I will definitely film him when he's looking a little bit better than he does right now. As you can see by the, how is it called? Crenuncles or renuncles? Like the red meat on his head. He's still quite young. He's from 2021. I always want to say this year, but yeah, it's already 2022. So I don't think he will grow as in size. Maybe he will become like a little bit more fat, or like he'll grow a little bit more belly. And his renuncles, I'm gonna call it right now, will become a little bit more bigger as well. I'm not really looking into like breeding Muscovies for now, because as you can see, it's quite a big animal, and there's not a lot of demand for them as well. I mean, I'm always saying I don't breed for anybody else, but for myself. But if you're not really like into butchering, like I am, then breeding Muscovies is not like something you want to do, because nobody wants them. A little bit of a pity, because I think they are very beautiful, especially like the pure colors, like brown wild, or the original wild types, or like the pearl gray wild types. They're very beautiful. But yeah, whatever. I will sell some hatching eggs, so if you want some, just leave me a message in the comments or send me an email. You can find my email address in the about section on YouTube, or send me a message through Instagram or Facebook, whatever. So that was it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.
In het zakboek voor de kippenhouder vertel ik je alles wat je moet weten over het houden van kippen.